2, 3, 4.
Good morning, my brothers and sisters. On this, our 43rd and first late night episode of the Good Morning Guys podcast. Thank you so much for joining us on this fine morning, afternoon, evening, or night as we continue to discuss the game of life amidst the other games we love to watch and play. I'm one of your hosts, the Brazilian Mountaineer and Transition Ninja, Lucas Ham Swisher. With me also is the judge, jury, and executioner of fake news and spoilers, Patrick Novosel.
Good.
Also with us, the volleyball beast of the East who can make you laugh in 3 words or less, Ronnie Johantis, and our final member of the GMG Quadfecta, the man with music in his heart, Doctor Who on his brain and La Coretta in his stomach, Marc Boucher.
Hello.
Whew. Sorry, guys.
You trying to get to the topic real quick?
Yeah, super late. Oh, welcome, folks, to the extravaganza. It is our first midnight show.
After
Hopefully our
hours.
last. That's right. I don't know if Ronnie Johantis will make it. If this is your first time joining us.
I'm glad you're here.
That's our show.
That's all we got. If it's not your first time joining us, Ronnie, what do you have to say to them?
Oh, man, I got to be honest. I'm just in total protest of this late night show. I tried so hard. Like I thought about excuses to bail because I just didn't want to do it. But I didn't come up with anything good enough.
And so
I almost thought about just doing the whole just not message back, and I woke up like, oh, man, I fell asleep, guys. Sorry. But it would have been a total lie.
I feel like even right now, God's like walking out like, hey, what are you guys doing up so late?
Yeah, I feel like he's proud right now that I'm even doing this.
So, Ronnie, what you're pretty much saying, if it's not their first time joining us, they're at least better than you are because they were not going to make any excuses.
No. Nope. And that's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying that I didn't want to do it. I'm kind of in protest of this.
You're not kind of
Fair
in
enough.
protest. You are in protest.
Yeah, I'm going to destroy this show tonight.
We can't wait. It's going to be amazing. All right, guys, to start us out, it is time for GMG Community Conrnery Apology 2nd Edition-y.
Wow.
Fackler Frenzy style, because you know what? Last week, you guys talked about fast food. And not only did I bail on you, but because I bailed on you, Chad Fackler bailed on you too. So, we got some quickfires to go at you, fast food style, very quick-like, right? Because we're good at these quickfires. We're fantastic. Fackler's Frenzy. First of all, breakfast. McDonald's or Burger King?
McDonald's.
McDonald's.
Backwards.
Does Burger King even have breakfast?
McDonald's. Yeah, they do. They
Flame
have
grilled breakfast?
Gross.
flame grilled hash browns. Yum.
Dude, I love those McGriddles. Those things are the best.
Man, McGriddles are amazing. Have you guys ever tried to make your own McGriddle? Like you make
yes.
pancakes? And
Oh,
just
yeah, of course.
It's awesome, right?
Right?
It's the best. It's super messy, though, because you can't, it's really hard to get the maple syrup shoved inside the pancake. Like injecting it, like with a syringe. Actually, I haven't done that, but...
I haven't done that either, but that's a good
I was going to
idea.
say, you tried that?
I heard myself say it out loud, then I realized, no, I have not tried that. But
What
it would
maniac are you?
be very messy.
She got extra syringes around. Hey, honey, grab the syringe box.
Yes. Get the... I'm not going to even continue with that. All right. Late night, Taco Bell or White Castle?
I'm going to go Taco Bell, I guess.
Taco Bell.
Yeah, Taco Bell.
Taco Bell for the win. Chili, Skyline, or Gold Star?
Skyline.
I got to go with Skyline.
I can't answer this question, but since our two Ohioans say Skyline, I will also say Skyline.
They also sponsor the Reds.
I don't trust them. I'm going to go with Gold Star. All right, subs. Subway or Jimmy John's?
Jimmy John's.
I didn't even know Jimmy John's. Jimmy John's is subs?
Oh, yes.
Yeah, but they suck.
Oh, man, they're so good. They're just as
Subway.
good as Steak and Shake.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh,
You know what?
no, great.
You've lost all rights to food.
Man.
Just when I thought you
crappy
couldn't
top
set the
three.
bar any lower, there it is.
Ronnie, would you say that Jimmy John's is the Long John Silver's of subs?
Yeah, I would. I would say
Well,
that.
then that I'm right up my alley.
I would say it's the Walmart of sub shops.
Oh, jeez.
Walmart of subs.
They're
All right.
quick.
I'm also going to go with Subway. How about cheap pizza? Little Caesars or Pizza Hut?
I feel like Pizza Hut's not that expensive, or
I
not
don't
that
think you can
cheap.
compare those.
Is there still Pizza Huts around?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Wouldn't it be like Pizza Hut or like no Little Caesars or DiGiorno?
Yeah.
That's not even the same.
DiGiorno? DiGiorno isn't...
They're about the
yeah,
same
that's
price.
the
Frozen pizza.
freezer section.
I thought Pizza
Yeah,
Hut
that's
died out
true.
with Blockbuster.
Negative. No,
Weren't
No.
there Pizza Hut Blockbuster combo places?
That sounds like something that could be true.
it's possible. But no, Pizza Hut is very much still around.
It's alive and well. I don't like it, so I'm going to go with Little Caesars.
Little Caesars.
Pizza Hut.
Well, if we're talking between those two, Pizza Hut.
We are.
Ugh.
Thanks for
Or you
confirming
could choose
that,
the
Patrick.
microwave pizza Patrick mentioned.
All right. Well, you know what, guys? I have to say, I missed you very much.
And I missed you too, my buddy.
I missed you more if we had done the show earlier.
I missed you more if it were yesterday.
Or,
but now,
or yesterday or
It's still
earlier
on
on
Monday.
Monday evening. I would have missed you a lot. But as of
yeah,
Wednesday at after midnight, not as much, but a little bit.
well, I quite appreciate you anyways, even if you
I
hate my
missed you
guts.
3,000.
Yes.
Hating guts, man. That's serious. That's pretty serious.
Is that pretty serious? You wouldn't go that far?
No. I just dislike you a little
Okay.
bit right now.
Okay. Well, I appreciate just a little dislike. We took it down to the wire, folks. For those who have no idea what we're talking about, we were supposed to record 3 days ago now. And, I had family stuff going on, and I delayed us until Ronnie went to bed at like 10 o'clock because he's an old man.
Pretty sure it's like 10:30.
I'm pretty sure it was 10:06.
Man, that sounds like you actually know, so that's more sure than I am.
Step carefully.
Yeah. So then that brings us to now, when we were supposed to record on Wednesday, but it just turned into Thursday. Happy 4th of July. Woo! Spring break.
Woo!
Spring
Break in July.
Summer break. Summer break. Guys, let's get into what's new news. Who wants to lead the pack? Do you want me to lead the pack? I have 2 weeks to catch
Did Marc
up on.
actually pick a pizza?
Yes, I did.
Yeah, he picked Pizza Hut, man. Come on.
Gross.
I
You're
know, right?
gross.
You're gross.
I know you are, but
sir.
what am I?
What am I?
Yeah, you lead the way for
So
sure.
really-
You got so much.
Hey, you know what, Patrick?
No, don't even do it.
appreciate
No,
that.
don't.
No,
just
no.
I think Lucas
I'm gonna-
should go first, so
I'm gonna
I
go
can
ahead.
determine how short I need to make my update, so we
There
can
you
get
go.
out of here
That's a
tonight.
smart way to do it. Fantastic. So, guys, last week, 2 weeks ago, we had an awesome week together, or at least an awesome 2 or 3 days. It wasn't a whole week. I wish it could have been a whole week. But, we did a live show, and then you guys recorded last week and got to talk about it. And I did not get to talk about it. I'm not going to talk about a whole lot because you guys covered just about everything. But I did want to say that I was so jealous that I did not get to see Ronnie's bachelor pad. Especially after I got to hear about it on episode 42. You guys were talking about how sweet it was and how clean it was and all that jazz. And I felt a little FOMO. No, it's not. That's
Yeah, that's
fear
right.
of missing out.
Yeah, it's
I
fun.
felt a little OMO. No, that's not how that works. Is it fear of
You're
missing
still,
out?
Is it a fear of missing out
FOMO.
if you did miss out, though? It's not really fear. That
Yeah,
actually
that's what I was
happened.
just trying to
Your
think.
FOMO has come true.
I felt Mo. I felt I missed out.
Yeah,
A little too much
That's
mo
true.
going on.
that's true.
I felt quite Mo. No, but really, so I have to tell you guys on that day that I was supposed to join you in the afternoon, evening time to see Ronnie playing volleyball. I went to the water park at Kings Island, and it was supposed to be a magical time because I'd never taken my kids to a water park before. And I was all ready to go with the kids, go down slides, go in the wave pool, and in preparation for this, I knew that the sun was going to be hot and shiny, and my skin is white. And so, being a very responsible adult, before leaving for Kings Island, I slathered my body in sunblock. And then when we arrived at Kings Island, I did it again. And I was like, I am not going to burn. You hear me, God? I told him, I'm like, I'm not going to burn. I'm being responsible. Within 10 minutes, my eyes began to burn.
You forgot to put
Because the
sunblock on your eyes, or was running
No,
into your eyes?
He was
The
sweating.
sunblock ran into my
Oh
eyes
gosh!
and blinded me. And literally the rest of my day, I was like half blind, half in pain, and I could barely see. The sun was so bright, you know, because when we hung out the day before, and like that whole week before, the sun didn't come out hardly at all. It had been raining, and I felt like a man who had just come out of a dark cave into the sun, and then my eyes were burning the whole day. And then kids were loud. And I mean, I don't know if you guys have gone to a water park lately, but it is madness. Like, there were people everywhere, kids screaming. Like, it was not fun. And so I probably out of it got like an hour of fun time with my family. And then to top it all off, by the time I got home, you guys had already had all your fun together. And I was exhausted. Like, I felt like I got hit by a bus. So
I feel like I'd rather pay
that
a
was
large
my
fine
day.
than be stuck at the water park all day.
I wish that had been an option. I would have paid that.
Yeah.
I just didn't realize what I was getting myself into. It was not fun. So then to top that all off, like we were going to hang out that night. And like I said, I was exhausted. And then I had to leave early the next morning. And then for the next week, you know, after I left and was kind of sad, thankfully I'm going to be in the U.S. longer. So I am going to find a way to see at least some of you guys. I don't think I'll be able to swing down to Virginia, but you just never know. I got till like September 23rd, where there's a will, there's a way. We'll figure it out. But after that, guys, I've been in Indiana, Ohio. Oh, no, I was already in Ohio. I went to Indiana, then I went to Kansas City, Kansas, and I did like some church services. I went to a missionary meeting, which was really good. But while there, in all of the hubbub of going in and out of air conditioning, maybe in part because of my experience at the water park at Kings Island, I got sick. And that's why I didn't show up last week, as you guys told everyone. I was like, I had that nasty voice going on, and I felt like a big ball of, you know, snot and all those good things. And I wasn't feeling good. So I was just sick all last week, but God gave me the strength to do the things I needed to do. It was a good training and missions, and I got to meet people that are going to be missionaries all over the world, and it was really a really good time. But then I got to this week, got back to Ohio, and now I'm, for the most part, healthy again. And now I'm in Perrysburg, Toledo, Ohio, in the northwestern side, where I hope to see and meet Chad Fackler on Friday.
Woo-hoo!
So I'm really excited about
Nice.
that. Woohoo! So that's going to be a cool little meetup. Oh, and I did get to do a meetup while in Kansas City. While sick, I got to meet up with Eric Thompson, one of the OG GMG fellas,
Awesome.
who helped get us started by giving Patrick editing tips and giving us just overall podcasting tips. So that was really cool. And then other than that, yesterday, for the first time in what feels like a month and a half, I did absolutely nothing.
That sounds
yesterday.
glorious.
Wait, this is 2 days ago. Yeah, it was glorious. So I slept until like 9:30. I woke up, had breakfast. After I ate breakfast, my kids were watching cartoons, and I was falling asleep sitting at the breakfast table. And I'm like, I'm going back to take a nap. So I went upstairs and took a 2-hour nap.
Nice.
And then I woke up, and then an hour later we ate lunch. And then after lunch, we kind of just hung out with some family. And then at 2 o'clock, I took a nap again. And then I woke up at 4 and hung out with family, had dinner, put the kids to bed later, and then played Nintendo until about 11. And then I went to bed. It was awesome.
That's a good day.
Yeah, it was really the thing I needed just to get myself recharged, because I've barely had time to breathe.
Mm-hmm.
I've been just run. You know, as part of the reason we got delayed on Monday, because just time with family just went longer than I had planned. And then given that some of the people that were there I hadn't seen in a long time and all that jazz, I was like, okay, I guess I shouldn't skip out to record a podcast. So I just went with it. And yeah, here we are now. And yeah, happy 4th of July.
Ta-da.
My brothers. Ta-da! That brought you up 2 weeks. That only took 8 minutes.
I hadn't
I
even
don't know. I
considered
didn't even
using
count it.
the I'm sick and I can't do the podcast excuse. But we really just let you right off the hook, like no questions asked on that. I should have tried that.
You really did. You missed your chance, brother. All right, Ronnie. How about you? Since you're protesting, you might as well. Now you know. Now you know what I had to say.
I actually didn't do anything too interesting over the past week. I watched another episode of Firefly, so I watched the 8th episode.
Nice.
I think there is 14 total, so not too many left. The one I just watched actually was really cool because it actually kind of went back and told the story of like before they were a crew. It kind of like circled back, and it was really like it was pretty neat to see that because like right from the very beginning, you don't really get that. You just get a little bit of backstory. So that show, I'm still pretty into that. I'm gonna keep watching that and
Do it.
finish that season and then watch the movie. Other than that, I am halfway through Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets. I think I got about 4 hours left on that one.
Is that the second?
It is the second one.
That's number 2. Did you just say you have 4 hours left?
4 hours left. 4 hours left of
The
what?
audiobook is like 9 hours.
Oh, the audiobook.
That's right.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So
Wait a second. You're listening to an audiobook. Like, are you at home where you could be watching a movie instead when you're listening to
Yes.
these audiobooks?
But from everything I've been told there, and this is, I guess, really pretty much across the board. So the book is much more detailed, and
As books usually are.
yes, and I was told that it would probably be best to go through the audiobooks and then watch the movies afterwards. So I'm going to try and do that.
So let me get this straight. For 37 straight weeks, you have not watched Superman, but you are now listening to multiple upon hours of audiobooks of Harry Potter over Superman. And so I'm curious to know who has given you this desire to listen to these books. Is it someone special?
It is. Do you
All
want
right.
to keep asking questions?
Hi, Ronnie. Hi, Ronnie's mom. Hope you're listening. Thanks for getting your son to read the Harry Potter books. You're the best.
Yes, it is. It is my really cool nerdy girlfriend.
Yeah,
So
figured that.
yeah, she's got me into Firefly, Harry Potter. Basically, I mean, I've really, in all honesty, like, I've just been looking for reasons to not watch Superman or carry on with any of the things that I said I was going to do.
And it is currently nestled in a nice tight spot in his kitchen.
It's still visible, though.
Yeah,
Super visible.
Half of it.
I can't believe you guys didn't take any selfies with the Superman DVD. I totally would have
Patrick
gotten over
found
there
it
and
so
just been
fast
like,
when he came in. It was ridiculous. It was like a
Click it.
magnet.
take a picture and post that on Discord. You should have done that, Patrick and Mark. You missed out.
Well, we did take pictures,
Yeah.
just not selfies.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And not only did I not watch Superman, but I did watch another movie that has nothing to do with anything that I'm supposed to do,
Fantastic.
Okay.
which was the first Die Hard movie.
Nice.
Die Hard.
And I think I'm gonna I'm gonna
that's-
watch all those probably before I do anything that I'm supposed to do, because it was awesome. But you know what I will say about this is you just do not get action films like that anymore.
Nope.
Like there are
No.
just classic action films, and you're like, man, this like it's that whole nostalgia thing. Like Bruce Willis, like holy crap! In that first one, is he a young buck? Like you forget
He
how
is.
old that movie actually is. But no, awesome. And I did watch part of. I watched part of the second one. Not all the way through it yet, so I don't think I've ever like actually. I've seen like so many bits and pieces of that entire series. Like I don't know what movies I've completely watched and what movies I haven't. So it's always been something I wanted to go back and do also. And I don't want to watch Superman, so I'm looking for other stuff.
You're the best.
And then lastly, I am almost at level 12 in the Wizards Unite game.
Dude, I pretty much just dropped off of that.
You dropped out?
I played it, but like, just like with Pokemon Go, it just doesn't grab me anymore.
See, I played Pokemon Go for a while, and this one's really similar. And I will tell you that it helps when like people around you are playing. So a lot of the people like I play volleyball with, like they're all playing it currently and stuff. So it just, I guess it keeps it more like interesting. But now I found myself like trying to complete like daily challenges and stuff. Like I feel like a real nerd doing that, but whatever.
Yeah, when I was up in Ohio, like it felt like everybody was talking about that game. Like I turn around and it's like, oh yeah, we're playing the Harry Potter game. Oh yeah, did you download that? I come down here, like nobody's playing it.
It's just a real nerd festival up here in Ohio.
I guess.
You got girls walking around in Doctor Who shirts and stuff. But no, that's pretty much it for me for the week. Pretty laid back.
Nice.
Yep. Mark, how about you, man?
So it's been a week. It's been a real crazy week for me. And
Sounds like it.
Buckle up.
yep, and I apologize if it's
click.
Nice. Tighten the seatbelt. Good. So I apologize if this brings us down a little bit too much, but it's been quite a rough week for me, with a couple of things going on. Both my parents right now are in the hospital. Earlier in the week, I get a phone call basically saying, listen, your mom, and my mom has several caretakers because she's disabled and all sorts of other things. And she said, listen, your mom really can't take care of herself anymore, and listed off a whole bunch of things. And she basically said, well, I think we're coming to the point where it's time for your mom to be in a nursing home. And so you never want to put your family members in a place like that, but at the same time, she needs that 24-hour care that she can get at a nursing home. And plus, I live 13 hours away, so it just makes things kind of difficult. So that was hard to hear, even though I knew I had a big feeling it was coming. But it's just still rough trying to figure all that out. And then on Saturday, I get a text message. Well, actually, throughout the week, I had gotten text messages from my stepmom telling me that my dad had what they thought was a really bad flu, and he was going up and down with a fever, high fever, talking like 103, 104 temperature, and all that kind of stuff. And Saturday morning, I get a text message saying, yeah, we're taking him to the ER. It's really bad. So after work, because I had to work on Saturday, I had to head over to the hospital. And so basically, the hospital in this area does not have the best reputation. And so my dad was in the ER for probably about, I want to say 10 hours, something like that, before he got moved up to an actual room because the hospital was so full. And they kept telling me, he said, oh yeah, we've got a room, we just have to clean it. And then 3 hours, 4 hours, 5 hours went by, and I'm like, it doesn't take that long to clean a room. I don't care what kind of hospital you're in. But finally he made it to a room. They did admit him to the hospital, and it turns out he has a staph infection. From the sounds of it, it's come from, my dad actually recently had a crown, like a tooth kind of thing. He went to the dentist and had a crown put in. Mm-hmm. And I guess he somehow got a staph infection that way. Nice. And so unfortunately it has passed throughout his entire body. Head to toe, literally head to toe. It's in his brain. He's got it in his muscles, all that kind of stuff, to where he is weak. He can't move his arms and legs. They basically have to do a bunch of physical therapy with him just to keep his muscles and everything moving, because if they don't move him, then his muscles are going to freeze up and atrophy. So basically they're just hitting him constantly with antibiotics and stuff. He's got a long road ahead of him because, yeah, he'll be in the hospital for probably like a week or two, and then he'll have to go into physical therapy, inpatient physical therapy. So it's going to be months before he gets to go home. So it's been rough, and it's really hard with, my dad's always been the pretty strong part of our family. And I've never seen him in this type of a position, to where, he's in so much pain, and he's, obviously got a bunch of pain meds in his system and all sorts of stuff, to where, and he was seeing colors and shapes and stuff that weren't there because of the infection on his brain. He's hallucinating quite a bit, and so it's just really rough to see my dad that way.
Yeah, I bet.
Obviously it'd be rough for anybody to see a family member that way. And so I feel horrible that he's in this position, but I know at the same time God will take care of him. And my stepmom's been really strong about it. She's doing the best she can to take care of him, and make sure that he's resting and getting the care that he needs. But yeah, there was a couple of moments where I was very worried whether he was going to actually pull out of it. But it seems like he's heading in the right direction. It's just going to be a very long and slow process. So definitely appreciate any prayers, any and all prayers. And just got to take it one day at a time for sure. But that's been pretty much my week, is I've been spending a lot of time at the hospital, spending time with my dad, trying to help out as much as I can, making sure like my stepmom, can go get stuff to eat and stuff like that. Whatever Kristen and I can do to help, all that kind of stuff. So yeah, it's been kind of crazy. And just emotional roller coaster central. But it's going to be okay. It's going to be okay for sure. But that's pretty much my week.
Yeah, well, we'll be praying for you, man, for sure. Praying for your dad, praying for your mom, your family. I think these times are times that family can really come together, and as long as you guys can just keep working together, it sounds like your dad and your mom are going to get through this. So with everybody supporting each other, definitely.
Yeah. But on a lighter note, on the gaming front, obviously been playing a bunch of Apex. Pretty pumped for Season 2 that started yesterday.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty excited for that, with all the new map changes and the new character, Watson, and all the challenges and all that kind of stuff that they've kind of added to the game to freshen it up and create a new experience. So I'm having a lot of fun with it. It was kind of the reason why we were late jumping onto the podcast.
Did you get a chicken dinner?
Not tonight, we didn't. We got close, but unfortunately no cigar. Or chicken dinner in this case. But yeah, I've been having a great time, but that's mainly what I've been playing. So, Patrick, how has your week been, sir?
It was good. First, I want to say, Mark, what you're going through has got to be super, super difficult. I'm sorry this is you that you have to go through this. So my heart goes out to you, your family, and your dad and mom. So I want to get that out of the way, because that's got to be super, super difficult. I can't even imagine. But if there's anything that I can do, that we can do, just give us a holler.
For sure.
I appreciate it, for sure.
So my week. So one big thing of note this past week is my wife went on a vacation for 3 days to Hocking Hills with her best friend. And for those who don't know what Hocking Hills is, it's basically in the middle of nowhere, and it's kind of like a Gatlinburg feel, where you have cabins and chalets and things like that. It's kind of away from civilization. Where they stayed, they had to go like 45 minutes to get to like a store kind of place. So Since she was out with her friend, that left me home alone with the kids for 3 straight days. And Mel hasn't gone on a vacation like this for an extended period of time since Claire was 1 year old. So it's been like 8 years.
Oh, man.
Since she's done this.
Wow.
Shake that single dad rust off.
Yeah. So, and I'm, like I am not home just with them for this amount of time. Usually it's, maybe the entire day. But that's like rare. Cause my wife, she stays home. She's a stay-at-home mom. She takes care of the house, takes care of the kids. So she's always around. So when she's not, okay, she's gone for 3 days and daddy's never home alone with the kids. So we're gonna live it up.
Yeah, you are.
So my wife left at like 9:00 on Friday morning, and we went to go see Toy Story at 10. Toy Story 4. And I'll tell you what, when we first started this podcast, I had only seen Toy Story 1. And Lucas, you are the Pixar apologist, and you're like,
That's
hey,
right.
you need to see all these movies. And whether I like them or not, I'm going to watch them. Just because, the recommendations from you. So earlier this year, I watched Toy Story 2 and Toy Story 3. So I was kind of pumped that there's, another one coming out. And I was like, how are they going to continue the story after Toy Story 3? So my daughter was pumped to go see it. And I had never taken my son to a movie theater before. And I didn't know how he was going to do. He's a 4-year-old boy. I was expecting him to not sit. And he's just going to run around, make noise or whatever. So we get to the movie theater, and my daughter was like, hey, can I get an icy? And I just respond, yeah, let's get an icy. She looks at me like, what? I was like,
Mom
yeah,
never
let's
lets me get an
because
icy.
Usually when she says, can I get an icy? I'm like, no, we're not getting an icy. It's $3 for something that's going to, you don't need it. So she's like, can I get an icy? I was like, yeah, let's go ahead and get one. So she was pumped. So we got an icy. And then Clark, he didn't really want anything because we had just had breakfast. So I just got him like a water. So we sat and watched Toy Story 4. And Mark, you saw it this past week, right?
No, I have
didn't?
not seen Toy Story 4 yet.
Okay, so I won't give too much of it away, but it was funny. It was probably the funniest Toy Story. One of the main characters is this new character called Forky.
He's a spork, right?
Yeah,
It's a spork. And the main character, the daughter, what's her name?
Bonnie?
Dora?
Bonnie, yeah.
Oh.
She goes to preschool or kindergarten or first day. She doesn't know anyone, so she just gets into crafts and she makes this spork. And this character, I don't know who voices it. I'm not sure. I didn't look it up, but steals the show. He was fantastic. My daughter loved it. And there was one because throughout the movie, my son was sat in the chair the entire time. And at one point, Lucas, I don't know if you've taken your kids to the movie theater before. Have you?
Yeah, definitely.
So, my son just like, we're laughing, and all three of us are laughing, and my son just turns to me and he's like, I love you, Daddy. And I'm like, what? So he just rolls. So he just, we're in like a seat where like the armrest pulls up. So he pulls it up and he comes over and he just gives me a hug and a kiss and he gets back into his seat.
Man.
And I'm like, wow,
Nice.
those kinds of moments make him like, it's only 10:30 on Friday morning and my son's already buttering me up.
And you are killing it.
I was like,
Killing it.
Right. Good
Kicking
start,
up those
guys.
dad points.
Yeah.
Yeah.
By the way, Tony Hale does the voice of Forky.
Who's Tony Hale?
Tony Hale is Buster Bluth on Arrested Development.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. Yeah. All right. So after that, it was like, what, 12:30, and my daughter's like, hey, can we go to Dunkin' Donuts? And I'm like, yeah, sure, why not? Let's go to Dunkin' Donuts.
This is like the sequel to Yes Man, where Jim
Whatever, let's
Carrey
go to
says yes
Dunkin'
to
Donuts.
anything except it's Patrick this time. Yes, Dad.
So yeah, they're like, hey, can we get 2 donuts? I'm like, no, we're not gonna get 2 donuts.
Oh,
Can I
okay.
get donuts
There
and
it is.
donut holes? I'm like, What the heck? Who cares? Let's go ahead and get some donuts and donut holes.
Man, you had to have paid for this later.
We'll see. Who knows?
Okay,
I'm only at 12:30
early on in
the
the story.
first day.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
Okay.
so then my daughter's like, hey, can we go to Target and get a toy? I was like, yeah, sure. Why not? Let's go hang out. So we go to Target, and as we pull into the parking lot, the first thing that I see is a Jeep, and I park right next to this Jeep, and this Jeep was a replica from Jurassic Park.
Nice.
Yes.
I was like, hey, this is a sign. We're gonna be doing a podcast topic
This is a sign.
about Jurassic Park, or not Jurassic Park, but about dinosaurs. I was like, this is awesome. So I took a picture of it. My daughter's like, why are you taking a picture of a car? I was like, because it's got Jurassic Park on it. She's like,
That's
you never
awesome.
take a picture of a car. That's so weird. So we go to Target, and we're there for, I don't know, maybe an hour and a half. We got a few things. Then we head home, and at this point it's like 3:30, and it was like, okay, we're gonna hang out. We're gonna not do anything, watch TV for a little bit. And then I was like, you know what? I don't feel like making any dinner. I'm just gonna order something. So I ordered some food in, and I don't know, the kids went to bed probably about 8:30, so Friday was a pretty good day. And my daughter was like, hey, can we go see another movie tomorrow? And I was like, yeah, sure, why not? So the next morning we go see The Secret Life of Pets 2. And so we get there, and my daughter's like, hey, can we get some popcorn? And you see the trend here, and I was like, sure,
Yes.
why not? Let's get popcorn. She's like, can we get the large? And I was like, yeah, why not? So
my
we got
gosh.
this huge tub of popcorn. It's like, like they kind of trick you. It's like the small is like $5, and then the medium's like $5.40. And then the large is like $5.90. It's like, all right, it's only 90
You're like,
cents
"Ah,
more to
it's
get the
90
bigger one.
cents."
Just go ahead and get it.
Who cares?
Did you guys make it through like halfway of the large? Because you can really just never make it through that much popcorn. Like they give you so much.
Well, yeah, we got through it, but we got through it like by 8 o'clock that night. We
Yeah.
took it home and chomping on it or whatever. So on
that
our
was
way home,
that was lunch and dinner with the Novocells.
So then on our way home, my daughter's like, "Hey, can we stop at Taco Bell?" And I was like, "Yeah, sure, let's go to Taco Bell."
I feel like your daughter's like testing the waters at this
I
point.
was like, well, let's just go. I don't care. So we stopped there, and then I was like, you know what? I don't want Taco Bell. I want a spicy chicken sandwich from Wendy's. So Wendy's is like 2 stores down from Taco Bell, so I went over there and got that for myself.
It's weird that you didn't choose like a crappy sandwich from Long John Silver's.
Oh man,
Yeah, I
that'll
know,
be
right?
way out of the way. To go to Long John Silver's around here, I mean, you gotta like drive 20, 25 minutes to find one.
Pretty sure they're
That's
not
like
opening
usually
up
like
those
the-
anywhere
The
anymore.
bad part of town.
Yeah, that's exactly where they belong.
Yeah.
Wait, when you were going to get the spicy chicken sandwich, did you just leave Claire and Clark at the Taco Bell?
Yeah, I'll be right back.
Stand in this
Gotta
drive-thru.
get a.
Yeah. And then Saturday we hung out. And then Sunday I had to work at church, so we were there for probably 4 hours. And then Sunday was more of a chill kind of day, just hanging around the house, doing pretty much nothing. So yeah, I mean it was my wife didn't get home until like 6:30 on Sunday night. At that point I was over my parents' house, and they had dinner for us. So I didn't see my wife until we got home by maybe about 8:30. So yeah, I mean I came home, put the kids to bed, and hung out with Mel on Sunday night. So that was kind of nice. It was weird not seeing her for 3 days. It was just so strange because it's out of the norm. And then other than that, on the gaming front, I played Tales from the Borderlands, and I tried to play Borderlands and Borderlands 2 with Mark, and it's not my kind of game, but Tales from the Borderlands was amazing. Lucas,
Yes,
you
it's
played that,
amazing.
right?
I loved it.
Oh my gosh.
I platinumed it twice. It's awesome.
Twice?
Yeah.
On Vita? PS3?
I don't remember
and
now.
PS4?
I want to say PS3, PS4.
Okay.
Yeah.
But man, that was the one of the funniest games I have ever played.
It's so
And I
funny.
know very little about the Borderlands,
It doesn't matter.
but it didn't matter. It
Nope.
was like after I played it, I was like, man, this is I'm kind of torn between The Walking Dead and Tales from the Borderland as the best Telltale game I've ever played.
Yeah. And in the Borderlands 3 trailer, where they show like different scenes from the game, they show people from from the Borderlands.
Oh, they do. That's cool.
Yeah, so you need to go back and watch the trailer again because it's really quick. It's not like they don't hold on them very long, but you see characters. So
Nice.
yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah, so I platinumed that. That is my 19th platinum so far this year, and that was my second goal for the year after I stretched it after I got my 12 in like on January 2nd or whatever it was.
Mm-hmm.
And then I started playing this game called Monster Jam Steel Titans. It's a monster truck game.
Are you playing this with
Nice.
Clark?
Yeah. There was like a sale for, it was like last summer. There was this game called Monster Jam. I don't think there was any tagline to it, but just Monster Jam, and it's just a monster truck game. And it was $5, and I decided to buy it, just see if Clark would like it. And he loved it, and so the sequel came out last week. So we started playing that, and he's loving every minute of it. So that's pretty cool. And then, yeah, like Mark said, playing Apex Legends. I've been playing more Apex Legends this past week than I have in any week since it's come out. I got like 7 wins. At one point, I think Mark and I and Gabe were playing a couple nights ago. We got a win, didn't we?
Yeah, we
Yeah.
did.
And then I got I think I got like 3 wins, 2 straight nights, and then I got 1 with Gabe and Mark. So I got 7 wins this past week, but that game is just so much fun. And they changed so much in season 2. It's been pretty fun. But yeah, that's it. That's my week. That's all I got.
That's what you got. I have to call something out.
Yeah.
And this call out is for Claire and Clark, children of Patrick Novosel. If you're listening right now, you need to know you missed out on a chance to take advantage of your father and get whatever you wanted. If you're listening right now, you need to realize you had him on the ropes. Did you hear what Patrick said? He just said all these, yes, sure, why not? By Sunday, they could have gotten whatever they wanted. Dad, give me $100. Dad, give me my own toy dinosaur.
They could have.
Clark, you could have gotten whatever you want. Why did you miss out on that?
I think they got enough.
A toy dinosaur. I mean, what's better than a toy dinosaur? That would have been awesome.
And I wanted to say something, but I feel like Lucas is transitioning right now.
No, that's okay. You can pause it. Pause the
Is
transition.
this the thing? I expected
Maybe.
Patrick's story to end with Mel came home and the kids' faces were painted like warriors yelling anarchy running through the house.
Yeah, there
No,
was
I mean,
a
like,
missing
I can-
punchline.
I can be the cool dad, but I can also be the stern dad. So, like if they get out of line, they're gonna know they're out of line. So, but as long as they're happy, then I'm happy.
There
As
you
long,
go.
if I kind of felt like a grandparent those 3 days where it's like grandparents like spoil their grandkids. And
Oh,
I'm just
yeah.
like, you know what? Who cares? It's 3 days. We never have this time together. Let's have some fun.
Yeah, what's crazy is the other day when after not seeing my kids for over a week, that time that I was, when I told you the other day when I did nothing all day, and I had breakfast, and I was watching my kids watching TV, they were singing along to the commercials. You know how many commercials my kids have seen in Brazil? 0. So that means in the past week they have learned all the commercials on TV because that's what they've been doing the whole time while I've been gone. I was like, well, I know what you've been doing with Grandma and Grandpa, watching TV. Whatever works. You know what show I liked when I was their age?
Oh, you want us to answer?
Oh, I don't know. I was gonna just see if anybody was gonna guess, but
You had me on the
Like
edge
you
of my
want to
seat.
guess.
Barney?
Bobby's World.
Denver, the Last Dinosaur. Did you guys ever watch this? This is kind of an old
Never
one.
even heard of
That's
it.
a fake show.
It's not a fake show. Look it up. Denver, the last dinosaur. He's my friend and a whole lot more.
That sounds like a made-up theme song, honestly, like you just did that.
Your face is a made-up theme.
No, actually, that actually sounds like an 80s cartoon theme. So
It is
that's
totally.
believable.
Thank you, Mark. Thank you. But, of course, that's my second transition because my original transition was interrupted by Ronnie's question about
It was
hating
happening,
the
I knew
children.
it.
So, with that, let's get into our topic of the show, dinosaurs. You heard it here, folks. It originally was the topic called dementia in dinosaurs, but I don't even remember what to talk about with dementia because it's just the nature of what it is. So
That's
we're
messed
talking
up.
about dinosaurs tonight. We are talking about them there dinosaurs. Some of you love them, and those of you that don't, well, you stink because dinosaurs are the best, and they're only meant to be loved.
So I wanna lead this off with a question from our Discord.
Lead it.
So HollywoodBones on our Discord.
Bones.
Oh, cool. New listener. Nice.
Yeah.
Yes.
I've never heard that name before, ever. He says, do you think you all could survive if you lived when dinosaurs were alive?
No.
Negative.
We would be dino food.
I'd be dead for sure.
I think Ronnie could.
I'd be dead, even though I feel like out of the group of us, I have the best chance at survival. You guys have, like Patrick and Lucas, you guys have families, so, you're totally going to sacrifice yourself for them. So you guys are definitely
Aw,
out.
dang it.
Mark
Yeah, you got me there.
has Cisco. He's going to, he's...
Mark has
Yeah,
Cisco.
so I feel like he's just got,
Forget
he's just got
Kristen.
more stuff,
Mark
you
has
know?
I
Cisco.
was going to say, Kristen gets saved then. Yes.
Yeah, you have your wife, you have Cisco. That's more than I got going on. So, and I feel like I could be more of a lone ranger than all of you guys. I think I could survive maybe the longest, but I would definitely die. Because at some point, basically, if you just lock eyes with a velociraptor, you're pretty much
Oh,
dead.
it's over.
Where can you even go?
Yeah, because you locked eyes with one, and the other two are to your side, and they're already chewing on your leg.
You've seen the movie Jurassic World. Like, they can totally run down a car.
girl.
Clever. That's totally what I was thinking, Patrick. Clever girl. Yeah. There's no way.
No way.
It is funny to think about, though, if dinosaurs were actually in existence in our world today, what would it look like? Like to think like everybody would have like armored cars. It would look like Mad Max out there on the highway.
Yeah, we'd
Totally.
totally
Be
learn
awesome,
how to
right?
ride them.
Oh man, that's another '80s cartoon. Did you guys ever see that one where these like space dudes crash land on a planet, or they crash land on Earth before the dinosaurs have gone extinct, and they like totally arm them with weapons, and they fight. It's like G.I. Joe meets dinosaurs. It's awesome.
That actually does sound pretty cool.
Yeah, that actually. I don't know what.
I used to have the toys. Yeah, I'm gonna have to look it up while we're talking about dinosaurs. But yeah,
Yeah.
it was totally
Quick,
a
Robin, to
cartoon.
the Google machine.
Wait a minute,
to the
how
Google
old are
machine.
you?
I am one. I have been alive since the
You are a
television was
vampire,
invented.
and you are 140
radio
years
show
old.
on the transistor radio.
Good evening, folks. Tonight we're talking about dinosaurs, and we're so excited
Hello,
to talk
guys
to you
and
today.
girls.
And yeah, so there's these toys that I had, and I can't remember anything about it. This is the worst time to not remember.
Was it
That's all
called,
it showed.
Was it called Dino Riders?
Dino Riders, yes. Totally Dino Riders.
You ever play that game Dino Crisis?
Yes. That was also awesome.
I played that in an arcade, yeah.
Man, that was a great spin on the whole Resident Evil tank
Yeah, it was
controls kind of thing. Oh,
Rail
Meets
shooter.
dinosaurs. You really can combine dinosaurs with anything, and it's awesome. I can't think of one thing you don't combine dinosaurs with, and it's not awesome.
Do you guys remember when you first became interested in dinosaurs? Do you remember what the first thing was that triggered your interest in dinosaurs? Because as young boys, It's a given. Like once you learn about dinosaurs, you're all about dinosaurs.
2 words. Jurassic Park.
Man, you're so young.
But also, I thought the same thing because when I think of dinosaurs, I think of Jurassic Park immediately. But Land Before Time, the original.
See, I've seen those, but I didn't really care so much.
I've only seen the first one, and I know there's like 46, like 46
that
more.
is correct.
But
Yeah.
I only seen the
There
first
are
one, and I remember when I was
so
like,
many.
like a young kid, like I loved that movie. And it wasn't until like Jurassic Park then came out that like I would transition away from that type of dinosaur to like, oh, okay, real dinosaur. They are awesome.
Yeah, Littlefoot and Ducky.
Yeah. I mean, it's totally a kids movie. It's just about dinosaurs.
Sharp tooth.
Well, there was a show that was like sandwiched between, I think it was like Step by Step and Family Matters or whatever. The show called Dinosaurs.
That was also amazing.
Yeah.
That was like
I never
don't
watched
know,
that,
I think
but
it might
I know
have
what you're
been
talking about.
It was
10
like
or 11?
Roseanne. It was like Roseanne meets dinosaurs.
It was like Roseanne, but if they were dinosaurs.
If they were dinosaurs. It's like, it totally was.
Yeah,
Like
and
a
I think-
sitcom
Roseanne.
with dinosaurs.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
feel like
well,
they
it
were
was.
made by like the Jim Henson Studios, the same guys that do the Muppets.
Were they?
I believe so. I could be wrong about that, but
You could
I
also
think
be
they
the
were.
only one of the 4 of us that could be right about something like that.
That is correct.
That show. Like I've seen it before, and I've seen the end. That show.
mama.
That show had a super, super dark ending.
You need to refresh us on that.
Yeah, what
'cause
happened on
I
that?
cannot remember how that ends.
So
Like,
I
do they-
believe I could be wrong. I believe something happens whether it's like the asteroid hitting Earth or something like that. Something happens to where basically they get plunged into the ice age, and the show literally ends with them all like huddling around each other in their house. You know, basically realizing this is the end. Like they're going
They
to die.
freeze to death?
They're going to freeze to death.
Oh, spoilers for
So
Dinosaurs.
when was this
the
show
series.
on?
Oh, goodness.
The early 90s.
The early 90s.
Yeah.
Maybe late 80s, but early 90s.
That's
Do you know when
crazy.
Land Before
Well, my
Time
in-
came out? Just out of curiosity, because I was surprised when I looked it up.
I want to say
It's
it's
like
early 80s.
85?
88.
86.
Oh, late
88.
80s.
Dang it.
Okay.
That
I
was my
actually thought
first
it was
guess.
early 90s initially. I probably would
No.
argue with you before I looked it up.
Came out the year I was
Yeah.
born. Wow.
88. So for me, I definitely resonate with Land Before Time. I mean, later on, by the time Dinosaurs, the sitcom, came out, I probably had, like, my love of dinosaurs had probably lessened a little bit since I was, like, teenager. But I remember, like, I don't even remember the title of it. I just remember it was like a documentary, even though dinosaurs aren't alive, but it was like a claymation documentary about dinosaurs where they just used clay and this, like, old man talked in the background about what happened millions of years
Morgan
ago.
Freeman?
And yeah, I was, I don't know. And he's probably like smoking a cigar, sitting in a suit, like just talking about dinosaurs. It's like such an old show, but I loved it. I just remember watching that over and over again.
Well, I remember like a
PBS or
specific
something.
transition into like being a young kid, being like into like Land Before Time and stuff like that. And then when Jurassic Park came out, it took on just a whole nother like dimension. Like dinosaurs for me
Yeah.
when Jurassic Park came out, all of a sudden became awesome. And everything dinosaur after that was like really cool.
When did Jurassic Park come out? Was that 93?
94.
92.
Yeah, it was
92 or
early.
93.
I didn't look that one up.
That's crazy. Looking back at that movie now, than when they like have made it in HD, Blu-ray, it still looks amazing.
Totally still holds up.
Yeah.
Right?
No, nobody makes dinosaurs like Jurassic World Park.
And later on, they added Chris Pratt. Like,
Spielberg.
how could you possibly go wrong with that scenario?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, right.
And they're working on another one right now.
Yeah, that's awesome.
gonna be
I can't wait to
sweet.
see it. Yeah. So when like Jurassic Park came out, in, you said 92. Around that same time, that was like the fighting game craze, like Mortal Kombat and Street Fighter, and then there came a game called Primal Rage.
Primal Rage, yes.
Where it was dinosaurs fighting
Love
each
that.
other.
Completely forgot about that
Man.
game.
I totally forgot about it until I
Because why
started
not?
talking about Jurassic Park. I need to go replay that game or
Primal
look
Rage.
just watch some
Totally.
YouTube videos.
Yeah, I totally
So-
forgot about that one.
So the big like dinosaur type things that were around in my childhood that like most stick out to me, first and foremost, obviously, Power Rangers, Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, because all of their Zords were dinosaurs.
Yep.
That's true.
They were all based upon dinosaurs. You get Mastodon, Pterodactyl, Triceratops, Saber-toothed tiger, Tyrannosaurus. And Dragon Zord, kinda, sorta. It was more like a Godzilla type thing, which technically Godzilla is actually based on 3 different types of dinosaur. So you could say that Godzilla is a dinosaur.
Pretty
But
much with bad breath.
yeah, basically. So Travis Popsicle on the
Yeah,
Discord.
Travis.
He shared with us, I was on vacation a few years ago, heard a rustle in the brush, and before I knew it, a T-Rex came blasting through. Caught the family and myself off guard. Half of us tripped over on our own feet. You can imagine under the circumstances that there was a wee bit of swearing. We ran and got a lead and got abruptly stopped by security and quickly escorted from the premises. That's the last time I will ever go to Universal Studios. So what movie do you think has the best CGI dinosaur?
What just happened? Was this Russell
So
from
obviously
Up?
he
The
was
movie
that
Up?
was a
He
ride.
jumped out of the...
Apparently he was on some sort of a dinosaur ride.
Okay.
So he was trying to trip us. Trying to fool us.
I think...
I thought it was one of those
I think it's
dinosaur
a-
like blow up costumes. Those are hysterical.
Those
Those are the best.
So what movie do you think has the best CGI dinosaur? I would say honestly the gosh, it's hard between like the most recent like Jurassic World movies, and then honestly like I just talked about with Godzilla. Like when I went and saw Godzilla King of the Monsters, like they did a great job with the CG for that movie, and Godzilla looked great. So what do you guys think? Best CGI dinosaur?
I think Jurassic Park is hands down has the best. Like the way they integrate people with the dinosaurs, it never looks fake. Like it always looks real. Like starting with Jurassic Park 1, 2, 3, all of them.
I
Those look
agree.
so good.
Well, Jurassic Park, the way they transition the CG T-Rex to the animatronic T-Rex, you can't even tell the difference.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah. You know who I think gets an honorable mention? Can you guess?
Barney?
Absolutely not.
So
CGI.
realistic.
The
CGI.
best CGI, Barney. A man in a big purple pillow suit.
Honorable mention goes to Rex from Toy Story.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, I was watching Toy Story 4 and I was like,
All right.
holy crap,
I
that
give you
looks
that.
so real.
Like a really small T-Rex.
He tortures toys just for fun. Oh yeah, I was actually saying the second show that I watched when I was a kid, growing up, and I totally forgot to mention this was Transformers Beast Wars.
Oh, yes.
Because Transformers weren't cool enough before, then they turned them into dinosaurs. I just loved all the individual characters. Like, you know, Optimus Prime is an ape, so he's Optimus Primal. There was
I forgot
Rat
about
Trap
that.
and
That's kind of...
I'm trying. I think there's Rhinox, and a couple of others that they did a really good job. And it was obviously very early CGI, so it looked a little rough, but it still looked really cool. And actually, so Arctic Warlocks over on the Discord. Hey Matt. So he actually had a few questions for us. One of those...
Oh, yeah, some quote-unquote quickfires.
One of the questions was, which Transformers Dinobot are you and why? And the picture that he put on here, I believe, like Grimlock and Voyager Slog and Scorn, those were all Dinobots, I think, in the Transformers series, but they are the Michael Bay Transformer ones that he posted, and not a fan.
Yeah, definitely not claiming the Michael Bay versions of
Nope,
anything.
Definitely not.
I actually like Michael Bay.
It depends on which Michael Bay movie.
No, I don't even know who that is. Just trying to be on the opposite end.
Nice, Ronnie. Nice.
I
like his books.
So, Arctic
4 hours
Warlocks
left.
on the Discord, his first question was, so when a velociraptor, when threatened, would expand its collar and emit a high-pitched noise to threaten and basically scare away its predator, what he wants to hear each of us do our own particular take on that noise.
I believe it sounds exactly like Lucas when he opens this show every time. That's what it sounded like.
Yep.
Okay, somebody needs to...
It says good morning before it eats you.
Somebody needs to take the
Good
video
morning.
of any of the velociraptors in like Jurassic Park, and when it does that, just throw the audio of Lucas on there.
Or I
Yes.
always think of that sound from
Please.
Dumb and Dumber when he's like, you want to hear the most annoying sound in the world? Yeah, like that sound.
Yeah. I mean, I always think of Ross from Friends, and I
What-
think Arctic Warlocks posted
Is that when he's
It was
like lecturing? That's right.
Yes, he's lecturing, and he puts his hands next to his face. It was like,
Oh,
I think that's also the same class he said that he was the original, like he had the original idea for Jurassic Park.
nice.
So
So his next question is, which dino chicken nugget do you tend to eat first out of the three, if or when you make them for your kids?
T-Rex. Every time.
Stegosaurus.
I like the Stegosaurus
Stegosaurus
myself
rocks.
too. I actually buy the Dino Nuggets sometimes just for fun, even though I live by myself.
I would go T-Rex, even though I don't have kids,
Split.
and I wouldn't feed it to Cisco.
No nuggets for you, Cisco.
And then this next one, he says, which is your favorite place to visit when at Dinoland USA in Walt Disney World Animal Kingdom? I unfortunately have not been to Animal Kingdom. I've only been to the Magic Kingdom.
I've never been
So-
either.
I went there earlier this year, and I had met up with Spencer Stapleton, part of the Married to the Games and Fortress of Nerditude, his podcast. Met up with him, and we met up in Dinoland, and I can't remember the places. There was some sort of carousel whirlwind kind of place that we stopped at. So, I would say that one. I don't know.
Primeval Whirl
That sounds right.
or Triceratops
All of
Spin. I like Restaurantosaurus because it sounds like a dad joke.
I'm gonna
And
go
they
with
have burgers.
Chester and Hester's Dinosaur Treasures.
How do you say that without sounding like, Chester and Hester Dinosaur Treasures?
Come on down.
Come on down.
Come
It's
on, this
great.
is my favorite part. We go to Chester and Hester's.
Sounds like an episode of Dukes of Hazzard on here.
Just the good old boys. My bad. So the next question. The four of you are invited to the same pop culture dinosaur costume party. You guys have only these four costumes to pick from. Who is dressing up as whom and why? The four costumes are the baby from Dinosaurs, not the mama, Barney, Littlefoot from The Land Before Time, and Grumpy from Land of the Lost, which I have seen very little of Land of the Lost.
Littlefoot called it.
All right, Mark, you're Barney, because he sings.
Yeah, he definitely is wearing Barney.
Yeah, I'll own it. I'll
You
own
put
it.
that song on our Spotify playlist, so you get it.
Purple Dinosaur.
So who's left? Baby?
Baby, not the mama.
And then Grumpy from Land of the Lost. I
remember
don't
Grumpy.
either.
Grumpy.
Is that the one with Will Ferrell in it?
Let's make
That's the remake. They actually had a show in
the
the
movie.
90s. And a show, I think, before that as well.
Man, this must have been
I
really
think in,
good.
like the 70s.
I think
I'll be Grumpy.
Ronnie
then.
should be Grumpy. Oh, you want Grumpy,
Oh,
Patrick?
Okay, I'll be Baby.
I'm that
Yeah, you be baby.
Smack people
Ronnie's
with a frying
Grumpy.
pan.
Yeah, that sounds about right. It's like when we're playing Exploding Kittens.
Oh my gosh.
It's a metaphorical frying pan.
Yeah.
All right. And finally, last question from Matt, Arctic Warlocks. In an alternate universe where you are a paleontologist, you discover a new kind of dinosaur and you get to name it. Congratulations. What is its technical name and what is its nickname for everyone to call it?
I got a name in mind that I said before the show, but I'm not going to say it now.
Yeah, I would hold off on saying that.
It's a good one, though.
Well, Patrick can always modify it.
No, don't do
Yep,
it.
not for the show.
No.
I can bleep it out.
We can call him a
Bleep.
I
bleeposaurus.
bleep mine own.
Bleeposaurus.
Yeah.
Bleeposaurus.
Bleepicus
mine
profanus.
would be Badasaurus.
A what?
A bad asaurus.
What
That's
would you abbreviate that as?
BA.
B.
Is that the technical name? Is that the technical name or the everyone calls it name?
No, everyone calls it a BA.
wow.
That's a tough act to follow there.
I would, gosh, y'all just rapid fire said it, and I can't even think of a thing.
I think I would seriously go with the Bleeposaurus.
There you go.
Yeah, do it. Is that the technical name?
No,
Don't you think he saw us Rex?
that's a show-friendly name.
Okay. Is that what
No.
everyone's going to call it?
I've got it.
Great.
I just can't say it.
Glad you answered the question.
Got it.
Okay, Bleeposaurus. Mark, what do you got?
I'm gonna call mine the La Coretta Ceratops,
Yes.
Ooh,
and its
yes.
technical name is
Well, La Coretta tops.
that works too.
They're both good.
It's always going to be wearing a sombrero.
What about the Locoretolopticus?
La Coretta Dactyl.
Yes.
Nice. And then finally on our Twitter, the Girl in Space podcast, which I believe they are our fellow members of the Podcast Junkie Discord server, the collective, if you will. She had a bit of a story because I think somebody was like, I think that Girl in Space podcast should weigh in here. And she says, when I was younger, I went to my friend Alex's house where the TV was on. A car on screen fell into a sinkhole in the road and emerged into some kind of dinosaur wonderland. To this day, I have no idea what it was, but I still dream of the day that sinkhole opens up for my car. And then they had a long and extensive conversation about that, trying to figure out what show that was. They even asked like how old she was and tried to figure out like what time she would have been watching that show. And apparently it is the 1991 version of Land of the Lost. So it was interesting that we talked about that because, yeah, apparently somebody is a huge Land of the Lost fan. So shout outs to you. I vaguely remember it being on and remember that vehicle falling into like a crack in the earth or whatever, but I didn't really watch a whole lot of that.
Yeah, me neither. But thanks for that shout out.
Yeah, I literally never watched the show Land of the Lost, but I did watch the movie, and it was your typical like stupid Will Ferrell humor.
Of
Like
course.
when he's running away from like the T-Rex, and he's like, "You got to run on the serpentine pattern." Yeah, it was hilarious.
Yes. I only remember the part where he gets bitten by a huge mosquito and he passes out because it sucks half of his blood and splats all over the place.
Giant mosquito on him.
Gross. Yes. On its back.
But thanks for everybody who submitted comments and questions from the Discord and Twitter. We very much appreciate it for sure. Do you guys have any other thoughts about dinosaurs? Any other stories you want to share or anything else?
Patrick, does your son Clark like dinosaurs?
No, right now he is into like trains, monster trucks, and Minecraft.
Yeah, he is.
Watching
Gosh.
YouTube videos of people playing Minecraft. Not actually playing it, just watching people play it.
Oh,
I'd rather
that's
pay
the
a
worst.
large fine.
So
Yes.
So no, he's not into dinosaurs. He's more of like a trucks and trains kind of guy right now.
Yeah,
I gotcha.
Oh, go ahead.
Well, my son is...
No, wait,
No,
you go ahead.
Mark,
Oh,
you go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say I've never really like I like dinosaurs, but it's never been like a huge thing for me. It wasn't always a huge draw, but I mean I certainly did like shows and stuff involving dinosaurs. But your son likes dinosaurs?
He doesn't like dinosaurs. He loves dinosaurs. And he's just like totally made me so proud as a dad because, I mean, I loved dinosaurs when I was a kid. And, I mean, I don't think it's ever gone away. I think I know there was a time where I think when I first, like the first job I wanted to have was a paleontologist because it had to do with dinosaurs. And then when I discovered that dinosaurs were dead and that I was going to be digging up their bones because I didn't quite get it because I was young, I was like, oh, that's not
Like
as
they're
fun.
just everywhere.
I just wanted them to be everywhere. I wanted to find them, or I don't know. I didn't get at the time when I was first watching it that they would eat me. But yeah, like him loving dinosaurs has made me really like, it's just reawakened my past self and how much I love dinosaurs. And, like even today, we were at someone's house, a friend of my grandma's, and the lady whose house we were at, she was like, "Hey, do you kids want to draw stuff?" And they were like, "Yeah, we'd love to draw stuff." So she gives like paper and pencils and markers to my kids. And like my kid, James, he just all of a sudden draws like 5 different dinosaurs and hangs them up on the lady's fridge. And then even at the end of the night, one of the ladies, like just to have some fun with him, was like, "Hey, James, I want to buy one of your drawings." And he's like, "Seriously?" And she gets out a $5 bill and says, "Yeah, here you go. $5 bill for your Brontosaurus drawing or something. Brontosaurus or T-Rex." And he takes the 5, puts it in his pocket, signs his name at the bottom of the paper, and gives the drawing to the
Awesome.
lady. It's like, oh my gosh, my son's a businessman in the making. But yeah, I totally love dinosaurs. Now, do you guys have an all-time favorite dinosaur? Like mine's Stegosaurus. I don't know why. He's got like a peanut-sized brain, but I just love his like plates on his back and his spiked
He's just
tail.
like a tank.
I always thought he was like the most stylish. Yeah. How about for you guys? Did you have a favorite dinosaur of all time, or one growing up?
I would actually probably go with the Velociraptor. I always thought it was cool how they were like kind of like pack hunters. They were like the wolves of the dinosaur world.
Yeah,
Pretty sweet.
I like that.
Yeah, I can't. You got to go wrong. You can't go wrong with the T-Rex, even though he has like super short arms.
I can't grab it.
I got a big head and little arms.
Go with the T-Rex unless there was a push-up contest.
Yeah,
Yeah, then you're gonna lose.
but still.
Yeah, same here. I go with the T-Rex. Second place is what Mark mentioned earlier was the Dragon Sword.
There it is.
Even though it's not really a dinosaur, it is a dinosaur.
It's kind of a mix, honestly.
Mm-hmm. It is.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I think that wraps up our dinosaur discussion. Mark, do you have any dinosaur-themed music
Before
to share
that,
with us?
I've got a couple of fun
Sorry.
facts.
Go
I thought
for
you
it.
guys should know.
Let's hear it. Do it.
If a polar bear and a grizzly bear mate, their offspring is called a pizzy bear. Fact.
Okay.
What's-
I don't know what to
said
do with that
random fact.
information.
Sure, why not?
Here we go.
Wait, a pizzy
In
bear?
2010, Nintendo trademarked the phrase, "It's on like Donkey Kong."
They trademarked it.
2010.
Oh, they hold tight to their IPs, so of course.
And lastly, a single strand of spaghetti is called a spaghetto.
What?
How about that?
I don't believe that.
So can I have like 30 spaghettos?
Yeah, I think
30
you can.
spaghettos, please.
Oh man, I think I can only eat about a
I'd
half
like the
spaghetto.
spaghetto special. I am not
Do you
hungry
guys
at
know?
all.
That's
Do you guys
weird.
know what the first movie was to put out a motion picture soundtrack?
Gone with the Wind?
Independence Day.
Jurassic
Snow White
Park.
and the Seven Dwarfs.
Really? Okay.
Oh, that's all though. That's all I got. Random
Nice.
facts. I think we're gonna start doing random facts every week.
I'm
That's
down
what I
for
find
that.
interesting.
That was good. I like
Good
that.
chance. That's a good chance that segment's gonna fall off by next week, but I like the idea right now.
That's all right. We'll just ride the wave.
I like it
It's all
too.
good.
Ride it.
But yes, sir. So we do have some music for the week. First and foremost, you can check out the Good Morning Guys morning playlist on Spotify and on Apple Music. Thank you so much, Bernabe, for maintaining the Apple Music side of things. So 3 songs that, of course, are dinosaur related. So there's a song called Walk the Dinosaur by a band, and this is the weirdest name. Was Not Was. That's the name of the band. Was, parentheses, not was.
Okay. Is that the Walk Like a Dinosaur like from Super Mario Brothers?
I
the
believe
movie?
they did use that. That everybody walk the dinosaur. Yeah.
Dinosaur, come on, gotta get on the
Yep,
floor.
that's it.
Yep, that's a good one. a good one.
The second song is another Weird Al choice. Jurassic Park. It's a parody of a song called MacArthur Park. But yeah, it's obviously all about the movie Jurassic Park. And then,
I like it.
of course, and they actually used this song in the movie I saw recently, Blue Oyster Cult's Godzilla, which we just talked about.
I love that one.
Yeah, is a combination of a few different dinosaurs. Godzilla is, and they actually used it in the ending credits of Godzilla King of the Monsters. So that was really cool. So yeah, those are your additions to the playlist, and I hope they help you get your good morning on.
All right. Well, that is all for this lively live morning of dino-rific discussion. We have truly appreciated the love you have given us in the past, and we hope you continue to give by giving us a review and rating on iTunes or whatever podcast service you use that allows such things. I am told somehow it helps us reach a new audience, so let your voice be heard if you like to do so. If you've already done so, thanks so much. And if you want to go that extra mile, grab a friend or family member's cell phone, find us on their podcast service of choice, subscribe, and leave a rating and review also. They will be eternally grateful. Also, remember, if you'd like to join in on future episodes or connect with us and our most lively community, check out the show notes and our info. Check out our Discord server. It's free, and you can download it on your app store. And we have dad jokes and heartfelt conversations. If Twitter is more your thing, our handle's at the GMG Podcast. If you're feeling super adventurous, you can call us at what number? But the number that Ronnie Johantis tells you right now.
What?
That's right. 929 GMG, guys. Call in, leave a message, ask a question, and you can join us on the show. Beyond that, talking to you again next week on podcast services around the globe as we talk all about summer. It's summer.
Summertime.
Summer,
living's easy.
summertime.
Nice.
Alrighty then. Pat, Ronnie, Marc, and also you, our friends and family, that also happen to be our listeners, go get your good morning this week, and may God bless and guide your lives as you live and work and game.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Guys, do you know last week I got Chick-fil-A at Kings Island, and it was overpriced. But you know what, Ronnie? You're right. Chick-fil-A rocks.
Not the best.
It's good
Steak
stuff.
and Steak and Shake and Skyline are overrated. Arby's rocks. I love a good Reuben.
If you had said
Flame
that about
broiled is the
Skyline
best.
before this episode, I would have totally bailed.
Yeah, you would have.
Oh, and by the way,
Another excuse.
I found a showstopper of a fact that I have to share with you guys right now.
Oh.
The voice actor of SpongeBob and the voice actor who does Karen, Plankton's computer wife, have been married since 1995.
I did feel like last week you guys overlooked the Little Caesars Hot and Ready, though. I didn't mention
As
it
a
on the
favorite?
show, but... No, just as a mention. I mean, it revolutionized fast food pizza.
Not,
The pizza's ready when you ask
yeah,
for
but
it.
it tastes like Chuck E. Cheese's
How much
pizza.
faster?
Yeah, you want
How much
cardboard?
Exactly.
Dude, that's awesome. Chuck E. Cheese pizza's amazing.
Nope.
Nothing takes you back like Chuck
It's exactly
E. Cheese
like
pizza.
eating a $5 bill. That's what it tastes like.
Well, if I put sauce
Might as
and
well.
pepperoni and
It'll
cheese
save you
on a
$5.
$5 bill, I'd eat it.
Healthier, I'm sure.
Your face is healthy.
Thank you. How about this? Violin bows are commonly made from horsehair.
Yeah, I knew that already. Duh.
You didn't know that. They don't even have
I
violins in Brazil. Give me that.
Well, I'm not in Brazil,
You can't have... Oh, that's true.
so I know that.
That's true. I was going to make a comment about not having grass or violins, but
That's right.
torch that.
Torch it.
Oh, I love this fun fact thing. Complete random facts. I'm going to try to do like 4 or 5 of them.
What, a year?
No, just tonight. It's over already.
Yeah. He makes no plans. Did you look up those facts just out of nowhere?
Yeah, 10 minutes ago. I'm all improv, man. I don't plan anything.
You know, the average person will spend 6 months of their life waiting for red lights to turn green. Red lights.
Do you know that
Man,
medieval
I screwed
chastity
that up.
belts were a myth?
What?
Myth. A great majority of examples now existing were made in the 18th and 19th century as jokes.
Do you know a bolt of lightning contains enough energy to toast 100,000 slices of bread?
I feel like you could have made any number up and we would have had to believe you.
I know, right? 1